Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today we're going to be talking about the fantasy football and talking about the defenders. Which defenders to look at, those 5 pick players, okay, who you would have in your team. Are we going to go expensive? Are we going to mix it up a little bit? For me, I like to have 4 reasonably priced defenders, and then 1 a bit lower who may be a bit of a surprise or maybe new to the Premier League that could be a bit surprising for everyone. But beforehand, ladies and gentlemen, okay, if you want to, you can join my league. The code is going to be up here, or there'll be a link down in the description. So let's get into it and let's see who you'll pick as your defenders. So from last season, these were the points at the side here. Gardevoir was the top one at 154. Some players out there have gone for him again. 6 million, quite worth it. Mikalenko for Nottingham Forest, again, did really well. Forest did really well. But only 7.6% of people have gone for him this time. He's at a reasonable price at 5.5. Kind of like that. But I think with Alanga moving to United, no, to Newcastle, sorry. I think he's going to find it a little bit more harder. Breaking up that defender partnership. And I think looking forward, I think reasonably, yes, I would be cautious at the start, I would say, for me. Virgil van Dijk, very good. 21% of players have picked him. Very surprised. 6 million, still quite cheap, okay? And I actually will probably have Virgil van Dijk in my team. So that's quite nice. Menzo, I can never pronounce names right, so if I get it wrong, I do apologise. Palace did okay. Throughout, got there. 5.5, very good pricing. I kind of like that, and that's where I like to be. Now, we have our first transferred player, okay? So, originally at Bournemouth, they do have Bournemouth first game of the season. So, it could be a very interesting one here. Fitting into the Liverpool defence, we'll have to see. I'm not going to pick him at the moment. I'll just have to wait and see. Cucurella, done really well, but can have a bit of a hot head sometimes. Now, with also the new point structure, that is where I think if we go into the points, okay, and this is what we're talking about, okay, the defensive contribution, okay, yeah, this is where I think a lot of defenders are going to be a bit different from what they were last year. And I think that could be a big marker. And I think this may get some FPL managers, how can we put it, a bit muddled up because they're not used to it. And I think this is what could happen. Now, if we can go back about how we get those points. Where is it? I did have it, but I've now lost it. So we will bring that up in one of the other videos, okay? Oh, you're not allowed to see that team. Actually, it's right. It's going to be changing inside. So, Saliba, I think a lot of people are going to pick him. They have 13%. And I think, seeing how we get on, 6 million, I think that's a steal for him. A lot of these defenders are a lot cheaper than what they have been in the past. So I think that's going to give you more money for the rest of your team, your midfielders and your forwards. Another player that I think could do really well is someone like Nate Nori, but he's just moved from Wolves to Man City. So trying to fit in, I'm not sure. Migalenka, again, from Everton, did really well last year. Bit surprising where they finished in the table. Wan-Bissaka, now, for me personally, you can see there's a lot of players that have picked him. For me, I may not. I would probably go somewhere just down below. Okay. Yeah. This is where I think I would gain a lot more points on players. Okay. 13% to 33 or 32.5. So I think there we go. Burns may not play a bit, but we'll see. Okay. Now, where you got to now go, like Kusha here, I can never pronounce it, I do apologize. May play, may not. But there's a lot of players that picked him. Hall, another good one, but 5.5, I would have probably seen about 5 million I would have loved there. Pedro, I think really well, but I think if I remember rightly, he did pick up, where was it? 5 yellow cards. So that's what you got to look at. The year before that, he did quite good on bonus points. This year, he didn't. So I think that's where you got to look at. But look at the minutes played. 400 more minutes 2 years ago. So does the manager like him or not? That's where you got to be careful of. Delot did really well, but that's what you got to look at. Now, here's one for me, okay? I would have loved to have him in my team, but he's now gone to AC Milan on a permanent. So he's out, which was a bit surprising because I liked him at Brighton. Now, there are going to be players that you got to look at start. Like Ben Hickle did really well at the start, but then died off. Matty Cash, okay, exactly the same thing. Trippier, okay, I like him. We'll see how he gets on. A lot cheaper. Lewis, okay, Rico Lewis did really well at the end of the season, but only played 21 games. So he's starting to play a bit more games, where I think that's where you got to look at it for this season coming, okay? Now, the other ones where you got to look at are those like Lewis Skelly, who's gone from a midfielder down to a defender. Could that help out? You never know. Where was the other one that I was wanting to get to? It's not there. Maybe on the next page. Tyrone Mings, bit of an injury. We've got 47 points. Could be a good little backup person. That's what you're looking at. Now, okay. Even Nico O'Reilly did really well, but late to the party. Now, I don't know much about the Leeds players, the Sunderland and the Burnley players that are coming in. But you do have Carl Walker, who's gone to Burnley. So that could be another, but I don't like their fixtures at the start of the season. So I would probably hold back from him and just to see what happens. There's, again, Christian, another new player to the league. So no data on him, okay? So that is, I think, where people have got to look at for the coming season. Now, for me, I think a lot of players will take that on board about what to do. For me, I'm probably looking at Gardevoir, Van Dijk, Saliba. You also, okay, didn't play at the end of the season. Okay, got Gabriel on there as well, which you can think about. I must have missed Gabriel. But for me, that is what I would potentially be looking for. Oh, there he is. Timber's a good backup, but I wouldn't say. I'm coming from Arsenal. Nico Williams did really well. But again, I would look at to see where that start that season comes from, okay? And what happens. It's going to be a bit hard, but for me, I think you've got to look around about, I would say you're looking around about 28 to 32 million. If you get it right, if you get good ones, there we go. And I think for everyone out there, yes, have a look at what other people are buying. And if you like a player and it's a low level of players that bought that, okay, go for it. Because you could gain those extra points. Because if everyone goes for Virgil van Dijk, I know I am, but that's one of two, then you got 1 in 4 players that have, or 1 in 5 players that have got that. So you're not gaining that much points. So I think be careful how you pick your players. Think about maybe having one person who isn't a popular player and maybe taking a little risk. Not maybe at the start, but you may put them on your bench and carry it on and see what they are like after the first 3 or 4 games and go from there. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, if you did like this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And also, again, if you want to join the league, the code is up here. Or again, link down in the description with also all my socials. But now, ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely time, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.